Well, it is a day two. And I'll tell you what, even though Braden ain't been feeling the best, he let us sleep pretty good. So we're up, we're at it. I walked out in sweatpants and a hoodie because that's kind of what I went to sleep in, and or went to bed in. Before I got in bed. I ain't sleeping in that. But I came out and I was like, holy crap, it's hot. So I had to go back in, get rid of the hoodie, put some shorts on. Got a little man looking a little bit cuter. He's got himself a tank top on, sun's out, guns out. You know what I mean? But we're getting ready. Well, I'm getting ready to open up the trailer. The in-laws are right next door cooking breakfast. So I see some sausage in a griddle. I don't know if we're having like sausage biscuits yet, or maybe some biscuits and gravy. Only time will tell. Either way, I'll be pretty happy. And when the mother-in-law is cooking, anything's good. So we're gonna get this thing unloaded here in a little bit and get the wing off and get it on the stands and start getting it to where we can start thinking about making adjustments and making ourselves a little bit better for night two. Night one wasn't very good. Very frustrating. We started at home, make sure everything's fine. We loaded up and everything was good. And motor heat's coming. All of our crew was at work and, they were all running a little bit behind on getting here. And Russ was setting up the merch trailer, so he wasn't here. It was just me, Ashley, and the baby, and trying to get the car ready. They get here, we finally get the push off, like right at the very end of motor heat. The car won't fire, and then we start trading out we traded out the MSD box. That didn't work. We checked grounding on the switch. It was grounded out, so we traded it, swapped it. I'm in the car at this point. The crew's doing all their job, and I'm like, is the switch grounded out? We got a problem. And we push off, it doesn't fire again. I'm like, disconnect the wires. Are the wires grounded? And they were still. So we put the other box in because the one that we put in had been repaired, but we ain't never run it. So if you think it's fixed and don't know it's fixed, we were questioning ourselves. So we put the first box back in and checked it all. It was still grounded out, wouldn't fire up. We took the plugs out, blew them off because they were all flooded. Wouldn't fire up, and then we're like, man, we're changing the mag. In these systems, that's the least likely thing to go bad. So we checked the mag, we pulled the mag, put a new in, fired up, got it timed, started dead last of our heat race, which was stacked. Past two cars, was on the tail of the third and fourth car. I thought we were going to get four cars. I was like really impressed in the first two laps, and then they got a little bit faster, and I had to move around trying to get by them, and just couldn't. The car was just a little too free, jumped the cushion, it just wasn't great. So then we went to the C main, started third. I felt really confident in being able to get to second and fired off and got rolling. Kind of had a crappy start, but we got there, and I was running with second, and then fourth passed me and fourth passed him, and I was moving around. I screwed up, and I don't know if what I'm feeling, it just ain't what it's there. But I hopped the cushion twice, got past the fluff. I know it's not good up there. I know you can't run it like a berm, like a cushion. You got to stay right off of it. So I don't know if I'm just misjudging it, or if the car is just doesn't have the side bite getting into it, and it's just driving past what I'm trying to do. So we watched the feature. We walked around, looked at a bunch of the cars at the end of the night on kind of tire spacings and bump gap and things that we could try to visually tell. We don't have a tape measure to check anything, but we were looking at some things, and me and Russ put our heads together last night, and we're gonna do some talking. We're gonna roll this thing out and get it prepped and change some things and see what we can do, and see if we can get a little bit better for tonight, because we definitely need to be a little bit better for tonight, because last night's not gonna cut it. You know what I mean? So here we go, day two. right, well, I didn't really get much of an intro once the car was ready because the car wasn't ready until we had to go. As yesterday, our help showed up right after we really needed them here. And me, Ashley, and Russ hustled and got this thing. Got motor heat, had to time it, get the wings and the tires on it, got it close to the spacing, change of fuel. And by the time we were done with that, we like rolled straight on the track for practice. Then we didn't have anything set up for qualifying, so we had to text the guys out here, say, hey, bring the wing tray, bring the air, because you know we're gonna sit down here for 4 sessions before we get to go, so we're gonna lose tire pressure in the rear. So all of it came together right at the end. Everybody snapped in. Mark showed up. We got a brand new setup on the car tonight. So we ran practice and we're like, it's okay. And then I had Mark measure the car while I was in it. He gave me the numbers. We made some adjustments down there in staging and qualified 6th. I couldn't qualify any better than 4th, but it's better than starting 11th. And honestly, we're within the same 10th of most of the guys here. The top 10 cars are half a second faster than all of us, but then you got like 30, 40 cars that are all kind of within 210. So we're on the front side of that, so that's nice. But we got to go out here for our heat race. We're gonna start 6th, and hopefully we do pretty good. If we get to 4th, which time-wise would be all right, but we got to get past one of our locals, Danny Martin, and see if we can get it taken care of. So we got to finish getting the car ready. We're changing the gear, got to get fuel in it, getting the turn-offs off the car, turn-ups off the car, and be ready to go. Mikey! Man, check out this damn hair. Holy crap. But we started 6th in our heat, finished 6th. I thought we were gonna get a little bit better. Didn't get through turn 1 the way I needed to. Going into 3, I was like, let me get some momentum, and then 5th place changed lines about stuff being the fence. So we got to salvage a 6th. Now we start 6th in the B main. We came back, we've made some adjustments to the car, and I hope it works. Track's slick, we're watching it on TV right now, and we got to move 2 positions, and we got to get there quick. So hope we can make it to the A main tonight. Well, we ran the B main after we waited for like 3 hours of track work, you know, and I'm gonna blame all this on Chris. He got here and he was like, remember last year we had to clean the car and we had to do all this work because it was so dirty. At least it's not like that this year. Well, we just went out and ran on a freaking hero track, and I screwed up turn 1 again. Hopefully I get that out of my system. And ended up finishing like 8th. I think that's where I started. I went like 8th to 11th to 8th or something similar to that. But I had a real good plan going into 1. Then the car on the inside jumped up in front of me and I should have turned left, but I was like, oh, I'll go around them, and it didn't work. So now the car's all dirty, and we're gonna lighten it up and get all this stuff off while it's soft, and then go run the race, and then we'll let Chris polish his thing since he said it wasn't so bad earlier. So that's it for the night.